Hello Albuquerque and welcome to 48 Stories. I'm your host, Ron Tomeno, city producer of the Albuquerque 48-Hour Film Project.
Today in the studio, we have Team Rotten Bones to talk about their film, Something's Missing. But first, we'll finish up our best of screening interviews with The Great Conjunction and their film, The Diamond Entanglement.
I already told you, I don't do interviews. Buzz off, little fly.
Come on, man, that's not fair. Give the sexy reporter your story. Women have a hard enough time breaking in this industry. Throw her a bone.
Back off, Johnny. I fetch my own bones. It's not just about you being in the BJJ Hall of Fame. You also have 13 IBJJF world titles and 4 Nogi world titles, plus winning the most matches back-to-back more than anyone. You're stronger than Chuck Norris.
None of that is who I am anymore. Do I look like Chuck Norris to you?
Dude, have you seen Chuck Norris recently?
Fine. It isn't about any of that. Your ex-wife found the earring you hid from her. Knuckles, she's gonna sell it. I can stop her.
She couldn't have found it.
But I need your help.
Okay, you found it. We'll have those earrings in no time. We just have to make sure the timing is exact. Oh, hi Maggie.
Are you absolutely sure he hid the earring in the ruins?
That's what the paper said. Aaron Wallering will wait for us at the gate in 20 minutes. I had to tell him who you were. I mean, I know you like to keep your identity secret, but he's a big fan. He thinks you're going to arrange a meeting with his hero.
That's what everybody wants, to meet Mr. Poor and Homeless. Yes. Until that last match when he was drugged and then hit that car and killed those 2 women. He hasn't been the same ever since. He fell apart and then we fell apart. I've been in survival mode now, and he's a beggar on the street in Albuquerque.
Come on, our park ranger's waiting.
She hired a private investigator. We don't have time to waste. I can show you how to get the other earring back. You just have to prove to me that you still have yours. Show it to me and we'll talk.
What the hell is going on here? I thought we were interviewing this Yahoo for magazine article. What's this about an earring?
Let go of my arm!
Come on, don't be like that, okay? Tell me what's going on. Am I here to film or not?
I'm sick of your groping. Let go of my arm,
I
Johnny!
need this money. So tell me, what is going on?
I believe the lady asked you to let go of her arm.
Hey, butthead, why don't you just butt out of this one? It's between the lady and I, all right? I'll deal with you in a minute.
Sorry I'm all giddy and acting like a kid, but your husband was 110% the bomb.
Are you for real?
So for real. Your husband, Knuckles, was inspiring. He made me believe I could be anything. Anything. Yeah!
Stop!
I'm going to you up, old man.
Johnny.
Oh, and you.
Be quiet.
What did you do to him?
There's no time for that. Did you get the earring?
Are you robbing me?
No, I'm not. Just remember one thing, Knuckles. Love entangles, not diamonds. You get that earring? I didn't see it.
I wanted to ask, when, he was shooting Kung Fu Death 2 and it was the big ending scene over the lava, was that wire work? How did he do that? Oh, and over here, down the hill, that's where you guys had your first date and had your first kiss. And oh my God. That's where he proposed.
I was there, knucklehead.
Right. So, what brings you ladies to the park?
There's something missing here.
Something missing?
A box. More specifically, something inside a box.
Box. Well, I hope you look for it.
It's always been you.
Come home.
Hey, I don't know if this is it, but it's real pretty.
Oh, maybe that's it! That's my box! Knuckles gave this to me on our 10-year anniversary. That's why he left it here.
You've always been my strength and power. Not wrestling, not the gym, not the guys, not jujitsu. It's always been you.
I wanted us to be together, but you just weren't you.
I guess it took getting lost to be able to find myself again.
You aren't lost. Come home. I need you.
I finally see what it was, Mom. It was them. And it was us.
Yes, my sweet girl. They were almost worth dying for. The world will be a better place because they're together again. And we finally get to rest in peace. Quantum love. That's how it's done. That's how ghosts get their wings.
So I'm here with The Great Conjunction and team members of The Great Conjunction.
Sean Mallory.
Callahan Moots.
All right, Sean and Callahan, one of the most interesting things about your film, and I think a challenge that has inspired many of this year's filmmakers, is that you competed in two cities at the exact same time. I really need to know what that experience was like, competing in Atlanta's and in Albuquerque's in the exact same weekend, using two different sets of genres, two lines of dialogues, two characters, two props. I mean, what was going through your minds?
Well, the 48 in and of itself is stressful, and adding it in two cities in two different time zones, I thought it might have been the end of me. So it was nonstop. I'm just glad we worked with complete professionals on both sides because that made it smooth. But it was definitely the most stressful 48 I've ever competed in. Absolutely.
We've worked together before, and it's always, it comes together. Some are more stressful than others. When Sean originally told me about the idea of collaborating with another team in another city, I kind of laughed about it a little bit. I thought it was a big endeavor, but I was glad that my role was doing audio in only one of the cities, and I was really hopeful that we could pull it off. But I think we did, and the final product shows. I think we're proud of that.
So one of the things that I am just very curious about is the writing process. Because, I mean, you're working with two different crews in two different cities. How were you able to come up with one cohesive idea, especially with all those required elements?
That's where the kicker was, and we had a really great writer with us, Shelly. Usually we have a script ironed out before we start filming, but we were practically rolling on the first scene before we had a finished script.
Well, we had a 2-hour lead with Atlanta on the first genre and the line and their stuff, so we were halfway there before we got ours. And there was a 2 o'clock in the morning panic and a call to the other director, and I don't know, it came together and they did their magic. So I made the bones and they made the body, so it worked out perfect.
There wasn't enough time to edit. I think that's the main thing I could take away from it. I wish I had the extra 4 hours that we lost from switching back and forth from Atlanta to Albuquerque, but in the end, we got it submitted with 20 seconds left due to the fact our creative partner, Jack Roberts, kudos to him for getting it done and submitted in both cities on time. So I think it's stressful. It was stressful.
I will say we were doing the rendering, and watching as we were doing it live, and like it was bad.
Absolutely.
So any word of advice for a new 48er who is doing this for the first time, or to a veteran? Since Ashley, how many years have you been all doing this? You've been doing this for 12, 13, right? It's been a while.
We've been a part of a couple different teams, so we've been a part of a few 48 projects, especially me and Cal. Jack, our partner out in Atlanta, he's done probably, I don't know, 15, 20 of these things.
I've done one.
Yeah, this is for Shelly's first one. She did a great job. She came on board for probably one of the most challenging 48s that we had, and put a script together for us. So thank you, Shelly.
Well, had I known how professional they were going to be, I would have really been panicking early, because I showed up on the set and I was like, "Oh my God, this is real." And then I saw my first line being spoken, and I'm like, "Oh, I got to do it again." And that was after swearing, "I'm never going to do this again. This is terrible. It's the worst thing I've ever done in my life."
I think that goes with every 48. There's highs and lows throughout the day. What did we get ourselves into? Oh, this is great. Oh my God, what did we do? And then by the end of it, if you get it submitted, it feels good. So we made it.
Now in the studio, we have John Allen, Deborah Elmer, Nezarine Elmer, and Michael Browning. They make up the team Rotten Bones, who produced the film Something's Missing for this year's Albuquerque 48-hour film project. And John, the first question I want to ask you is, how did you form Team Rotten Bones?
Well, it wasn't easy at first. We tried to get a team together, but no one wanted us for various reasons. We got numbers. We got email addresses. We contacted them, made sure they were still interested, and they were, and they weren't really mean to us. They actually worked with our ideas, and I was more accepting to their ideas.
These two are kind of the similar situation I was in the first time. It was a librarian from UNLV and myself, and we didn't have any actors, so we actually bought our cast at the dollar store, and they were little figurines. And actually, John was kind enough to let me. I was wrangled as a camera person. Can I run a camera? And then it was sold to me by one of the actors that wrangled me. Can you be the DP? And so I was trying to step back, just run a camera. Fortunately, our DP was available for the whole time, and John let me assist, direct, and so I guess that's maybe where the experience came through, is knowing that we had to get everything by Saturday night, and I get really grouchy by 11. So I was trying to keep us going, second AD type work.
And it's important to have that type of leadership on a team, right? To someone who's been through that before, they can offer advice. And one of the people that I'm sure you offered advice to is Deb. So Deb, as a producer, what were your responsibilities?
As the producer, I had to make sure I got all the paperwork uploaded properly. And I also had to get everybody's contact information. I was shoving papers down all my crew's throats and pissing them off at me because I'm like, here, you need to sign this.
Well, that must have been pretty exciting because you had to learn a lot on the spot, right?
Yes, I did, and I actually had to have my 10-year-old daughter who's sitting with us be my executive producer and help me out.
My responsibilities for executive producer was to help my honey, the producer, and help John, the director.
She took papers from me to John, from John to me. She did stuff like that, but she was also emotional support. And very cute, I might add.
Yeah, that's right, because you were also one of the actresses.
Yes.
Well, before we watch the film, let me ask you, what random genre did you pull?
The random genre that we chose was mystery or romance, and we created a mystery romance type movie. Our prop was an earring that we had to include in the film, and our dialogue was something's missing. Kyle was our writer, and James assisted him of writing, and I told him what was the requirements for the film. So he included that, and he created something. He read it to me, and I liked the idea, so, I asked the rest of my team what they thought, and they also liked the idea. They had no problems with it. So, we created that. So we had to pick parts for everyone. I became a detective, uncovering the murder of Debbie Pohl. Deb was Debbie Pohl, and Nestorine was the hidden secret in the movie that no one knew until the end.
Don't tell the secret yet.
And that's a great segue into the film Something's Missing. So for you at home, here's a special treat. Here is the film Something's Missing by Team Rotten Bones.
It is a great day for sports, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests in between. My name is Nathan Cosmo, here live on Channel 48. We're going to talk about sports today. You may know her. She's my best friend, my super gal, my everything, not really just for sports, like I said before. Her name is Debbie Pohl. Come on, Debbie, talk about... Debbie. Okay, Debbie! Debbie, wake up, Debbie. Debbie, please. Debbie. Call 911, please! Call 911, please!
So, Nathan, how well do you know Debbie?
She's just like any coworker. She was always nice to me. A great correspondent.
Did you notice anything different the night of her death?
No, it was a normal day. She arrived at the office after I came. We were talking about her daughter. She was saying that her daughter was growing up too fast.
Did you take my earrings?
No, I don't have them.
And that she was wearing her clothes, like playing pretend with her jewelry.
Did she have anything to drink that night?
Well, she has her Rusty Roadrunner every single time, before she airs. And she always brings it from home.
What else did she eat or drink?
Pizza. We all had pizza, but nobody got sick like her. Why did she have to die?
So, no suspicious behavior?
Look, detective, everyone in this town loved her. think of anyone suspicious. Anyone that would try to kill my friend. I am simply in anger. Okay, Nathan. You're done for now. I'll be in touch. Sure. Something did happen. Something suspicious.
There's something missing here. The toxicology report shows that she was poisoned with cyanide, but the rusty roadrunner she drank came back negative.
Cyanide? But how?
Good morning, Lucas. You gonna apply for a job today? Channel 48's got a great internship program.
Like I said before, not interested. I have pizza.
Delivering pizza is not real. You're not gonna get a girlfriend sitting up in your room delivering pizza.
That's why I got chemistry to fall back on.
You need to realize that you need to get a real job that isn't real.
Hate you do.
You need to do something with your life, for crying out loud.
So, there was a strain on you and your stepmom. Is that right?
It's a good way to put it. She always hated me. She never supported me. She broke up my family by cheating on my dad. She's probably doing it all over again.
Did you fight like that a lot?
I did not kill Debbie, if that's what you're implying.
The autopsy report states that there was a trace of cyanide in Debbie's saliva and blood. We found cyanide in your room. How do you explain that?
I have all kinds of chemicals in my room. I'm a chemist by hobby. I also deliver pizzas coincidentally.
Well, look at the facts. You deliver pizza to the station. There was cyanide in your room. Anything else you like to say?
I had a slice. I'm fine. Think I'm gonna play Russian roulette with cyanide on pizza slices?
I heard something very interesting from Nathan Cosmo. The delivery guy was still there, even though he delivered the pizza. He was still there. So, Lucas, why did you stick around?
Lawyer.
There's still something missing here. Oh, I was about to talk to you.
Okay.
Did you test the airings?
Yes, it was negative.
Both of them?
There was only one.
Hi, you must be Darcine. Yes, hello, my name is Susan. Your brother is not going to be home, so I'm here to take care of you, okay? Okay. Look at your dog. It's very pretty. Thanks.
Welcome back. Actor Lucas Mickle here, now joining us. First of all, was this your first 48-hour film project?
Yeah, first 48, first time acting, first really everything that I'm credited for, so It was really interesting. It was really fun.
So how did you get involved into this team?
I think it was mostly the other Ron because I'd expressed interest in background work, and then he invited me to the event, the networking thing, and meeting everyone, and just kind of found a group fit in and made a fun project.
It was my first time directing, and but I wanted at the same time act in the film. So, I had to put two mindsets, one for directing and the other for acting. But I couldn't have pulled off that part if it wasn't for Michael and Deb, which actually taught me, because before then I was a stand-up comedian. And I only played in comedy set roles. So this was actually my first serious role. And Michael and Deb actually told me what happens if someone broke in and messed with all your movies. That's one of my pet peeves. So, in order to play the angry detective, but yet calm, I had to put my mindset on that to pull the more serious aspect out. And so I pointed Michael to be my assistant director when I wasn't directing and I was actually doing my part.
Let's talk about, though, the feelings that each of you had when you saw your film on the big screen for the very first time. Let's start off with you, John.
I was so excited because it'd been a dream of mine since I was 5 years old. And all I wanted to do was act, include this passion into something wonderful. So, it made me really proud of myself that I was able to do that and follow my dream, which now will live on forever. I'm never going to give up.
I was proud of everybody because of all the work that was done on it. We may have had a small team, but each team member did 50 different jobs. So our short team of like 10 or so was basically a team of 50 and only 10 people, because we all worked together. And I've never seen anybody work as hard as all of our team members did. They're all sweethearts and I love them to pieces, and I'm glad to know that there's still good people in this world.
I was proud of everybody and was happy to see me and the rest of our crew on the big screen. And it was fun being the killer, but it also was kind of sad because I had to kill my own mother.
And finally, Lucas, let me get your thoughts.
On the big screen was really weird, like seeing yourself, listening to yourself. I thought our group did pretty good, and it was cool seeing everyone else's reaction in the theater. Everyone seemed to enjoy it, so I was proud of us.
And that's a great note to end on. Thank you, Team Rotten Bones, for joining us today. And if you want to share your 48 story with us, please email us at albuquerque@48hourfilm.com. Tell us your connection to the Albuquerque 48 Hour Film Project and how you are making a difference in our New Mexico filmmaking community. You can rewatch this entire episode online or download the podcast at the platforms listed on your screen. Be sure to follow, like, and subscribe to us at ABQ48HFP or go to our website, 48hourfilm.com/Albuquerque for the latest information on all of our upcoming events and competitions. So until next time, Albuquerque, this is Ron Tomeno saying, go out and make a movie.